What's up, you guys? Thanks for listening to another episode of the Fishbowl, Current Events and Pop Culture Talk. I got an awesome episode this week. Guests Alyssa Dini and Binx Madden. Get ready. Welcome, Alyssa.
Hey Spencer, how's it going?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. How about yourself?
A little disturbed. I was looking up this whole UFO thing because it's been on my mind. Because I've always thought this is a bunch of crap. All it is are the military, specifically the Navy Special Ops. And I know this firsthand because I dated a SEAL pilot and who flew for the SEALs, and they would only practice at night. And they would have to use all this night gear, like to see, and it was green. And I just figured, that's what they're looking at. But no. So, can you hear me?
Wait, did I lose you? No, you're still there.
No,
I got you. I definitely got green, and
can you
they're
hear me?
looking at some LOL Comedy Club green.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I wasn't looking at my screen. I have this bad habit of closing my eyes when I talk to the phone. I don't know why. And then I look and it's black and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gone.
I got
So
you.
sorry about that. I won't let that
All good.
happen again. But anyways, they're calling it the UFOs officially unidentified aerial phenomena. And they had like a whole, I know about the hearing on Tuesday, and I thought this is outrageous, and it's probably something just crowds, or making them do. But the deputy naval officer of intelligence was pointing them out on, and it was, unless it's just crap, but I mean, I get, I have this thing sent to me from the Department of Justice specifically. Don't ask me why, but yeah, for all the latest news. So that was just a little disturbing, but otherwise, I'm great.
Yeah, like the hearing was kind of boring, kind of uneventful. Like there was the public hearing, the UFO. You guys, if you don't know about this, Congress had the first public open. It's not public, but they call it open hearing on UFOs in 50 years, and what was it? Congress people asking questions, and shit was nothing was gleaned. There was in the open hearing, then they had a private closed hearing, so it's all a big tease, really. We didn't get any good info, but aliens are here, aliens are there. Anyways, good stuff. We are in the fish bowl, you guys. We got some good shit to talk about this week.
Didn't Peter Skeet break up with what's her face, but Kim Kardashian or something? Or no, he left Saturday Night Live. That's it, right?
Oh gosh, we got the teasers coming in hot with some salacious rumors, some spicy rumors as well that may or may not be true. Stay tuned. All right. First is first. First article. Apple is gonna have a freaking car. The Apple car is on the way. The Apple Car could feature VR technology and no windows. So get excited if you're a fan of virtual reality. I'm not sure if real reality fans of real reality are gonna love this, but if you're a virtual reality fan looking for a new car, no windows sounds fucking awful. If you're asking me, um, what do you think about Apple getting into the car game? This whole car looks like a giant Apple Watch or a giant iPhone on wheels.
Really? I didn't see a picture of it.
It's like
What
it's got a
does it look
glass
like?
top. Like the whole car just looks like a screen, like on the outside. One
Oh,
big
dang.
one big windshield with a little Apple logo at the front, like a little home button. You just want to click this
Sounds
shit. It
cool.
makes me want to click this shit so fucking bad. Just hop
And
up
if
on
you
the
get in
hood.
a car accident, what happens then?
Yeah, right. You smash your screen, probably your whole fucking glass car. Minor
Then
problem.
you gotta buy a new one,
It makes
or
me want
get.
to hop on the hood and punch punch the screen. Use the car like an iPhone.
But see, the problem is you're driving it, and you might get a little killed if it's a bad accident.
Yeah, well, Apple always kills the game with whatever they set the mind to, basically. Like, I thought Apple Watch was a horrible idea, but people actually got the Apple Watch. People wear that.
Hmm. I did too. I thought it was horrendously ugly in the beginning, but they like altered it to make it, I don't know, trendy. People latched on to it.
Yeah. The battery life on that shit's gonna suck too.
The car, you mean?
Yeah. They're going to either make that shit stop working just so you have to get a new one after 2 years.
Right. And if you use it more than the normal average person, you're gonna have to get one even sooner than that. It's a lot of dough.
Yeah, you're driving down the highway, your car just shuts off. You're like, fucking Apple. I don't know.
Or it
Um,
gets stuck, like I have a brand new 13 and it gets stuck.
yeah, your apps just close. I don't know. Your radio turns off. Who knows?
And it does what it wants sometimes. It feels your finger about to touch it before it actually touches it. And I am sure of this since it has happened so many times. Um, it knows it's coming. So it's not only listening to us, it's
Mm,
sensing our body heat, and we're not even touching it. It's
yeah. Yeah, you
creepy.
might get like ads recommended to you while you're driving
No,
about
you see your phone going to anything at once, and it's kind of like exorcist like phenomena happening right in front of your eyes on your phone.
yeah, well, talk about the car being possessed. It's self-driving, you know. It is possessed by artificial intelligence. Let's see this article. So they started developing this in 2014. Self-driving vehicle requires no input on behalf of the passengers. What do you mean no input? Don't you have to at least tell it where you want to go? It's just gonna read your mind. I believe it. The fucking Apple products recommending products and shit. Like, it just recommends where it thinks you might want to go. As such, this autonomous
Well,
car would lack.
you want to
What's
go
up?
lots of places, but you can't go everywhere you want to go. Sorry, I just
That's true. We are limited by having one physical body or one physical car, whichever way you look at it. Um, it would lack any and all driver controls, including a steering wheel and foot pedals. There's no steering wheel, no pedal. That's fucking crazy. Like,
there's balls for wheels, like giant. It looks like a circus clown car thing. Oh my. Or the one, I guess it's a different style. This one doesn't have it that I'm looking at
the
now.
one I'm looking at has like a sort of futuristic fan like looking hubcap. Looks like a sharper image fan.
This reminds me of Batman and, um, like not his car, but something one of the evil people were driving. Like the Joker, the one had black and white clown wheels. My goodness.
Interesting. It sounds like you're looking at some sort of clown car. Which
Hmm.
looks very different to the
Oh,
sounds very different from the iPhone attached to the sharper image fan wheel that I'm looking at on VRScout.com. Um, why no windows though? Like, sure, self-driving, sure, no steering wheels, no pedals. Uh, can I at least look out the window then? Like, do I have to lock myself in this fucking self-contained, self-driving, self-destructing, uh, sensory deprivation tank of a vehicle?
maybe someone has an obsession with Batman and has always dreamed of driving the Batmobile. And I mean, I didn't like the new ones, but the originals, the one and the first and second one with Michael Keaton, I was always like, oh, I'd love to drive that car. So maybe they just were like, I want to drive the Batmobile and make it like that.
Yeah, that could be where this is coming from. The patent details how the technology referenced could be used to reduce motion sickness. How about you let me look out the window like that? That helps me personally with motion
That
sickness.
sounds good. That's how you get rid of it.
They're gonna use some sort of new technology to reduce motion sickness. What the fuck are they gonna do to us with that? What kind of technology, right? Some fucking 5G shit.
Do you know what though? They can advertise that to people with vertigo because there's some people that can only go so far in a car that have like permanent vertigo when they're older folks.
Whoa. Yeah, let's see. Instead of conventional windows, passengers would view the outside by using their VR headset to access cameras mounted on the outside of the vehicle. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Because what if the VR camera bullshit on the outside of the car gets shit on by a bird or a flock of seagulls?
Or
And
just the dust. That's how it is out where I live. It just gets coated in pollen when it's like time to pollinate. The trees just let loose, and it's like they had like everything that was in them come out of it, and it's
Yeah.
like yellow. A black
Yeah.
car is now yellow,
Or during
including
the
the ears.
winter, if you're in a snowy region and
Mhm.
your car gets fucking covered in snow, you gonna take your ice chipper to your VR camera on top of your vehicle? Sounds
Yeah,
risky.
you're gonna have to, and not everyone does, and not you don't have to if you know it's like if you're in a remote area and you're a small person that can't reach or lift this off and it's already just frozen on, it's not gonna fly off. And I know probably people are like, "Oh, it's dangerous," but no, sometimes you know it's not gonna move and it doesn't move. So you know what's dangerous and you gotta remove it. But what if you're one of those people who are obnoxious and lets the top just, be on there, the snow on there? That will That'll inhibit other people from seeing the road and yourself. So you're gonna kill 2 people at least with these Apple things.
Yeah, like, people are gonna be like, "Fuck it, I'm not shoveling the snow off. It's self-driving. It's not my fault. Whatever happens, they're just gonna get in, hit go, and
Mhm.
hopefully this shit knows there's snow all over it, and it's not in, like, an open field." Anyways, the technology could also be used to watch videos and read books in a stabilized environment, as well as to conduct virtual meetings while on the road. Oh my god, the fucking virtual meeting shit. Like, the future is just gonna revolve around virtual meetings.
You see what Adam wrote? It will reach nowhere with their batteries. He's
Yeah.
aware of what's going on.
Is that Adam Gold? Do we know who this Adam is?
I see an
Mr.
Egyptian,
Mystery Adam.
thing. Adam, are you there?
Yeah, right.
I don't know which Adam.
Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. Oh, I just got a freaking dog walk. Should I walk a dog later?
Your
Let's-
dog Rocco, the little thing?
Oh no, this is it's a local dog. His name is Rex.
Oh, you're doing it for like a dog
Yeah,
thing?
with
Oh,
with
cool.
Wag.
That's awesome. That's a good idea.
It's fun to an extent if you get a good dog. Sometimes you get a good dog and they say, "No, I don't want to go on a walk. I want to try to bite you." When you put on my harness, and then you gotta message the pet parent saying Susie was a little bitch, tried to bite my hand off. She didn't want to go for a walk.
My dog didn't know how to use a leash properly. She just didn't want to be controlled, but it was necessary at times because she would just take off. Because at the time we were dumb enough to think, oh, a husky German Shepherd, huskies that are it was a husky Malamute, husky Siberian, mixed German with German Shepherd, and
Big dog.
those are the 3 most exercise needing dogs there are.
Where?
And oh goodness, she's a bad girl, but
Yeah, that's a big dog.
she a little actually a little less than like a shepherd,
She
not
didn't
too
bite.
big.
She,
Never bit anybody. She just did her business, ran around the woods, come back when she was ready to come home. She was like a latchkey kid, go out.
yeah, that's good. You get bit by a German Shepherd, you get a fucking serious scar, if nothing else, or you could lose a finger, maybe.
Yeah, but I live in a pretty remote area, except one time, like our neighbor or they're very spread apart houses, but these like temporary people in a rental house I know of across the street, like diagonal to us. We couldn't find, she was out more than the time she liked to run around, so we knew when she would about come back. And by nighttime, it was like, okay, when's she coming? I mean, it wasn't dark; it was about to get dark, so we were concerned. And my mom was like out looking for her, I remember, and I was upset. And she saw the neighbors open their door and let her out, and we were like, "What did they do to our dog?"
Yeah, that's fucked up. That the neighbors just decided to play with your dog.
I don't know. It was a couple, and I just to this day I wonder what happened to my dog.
Cross the boundary, dude. Play with your own dog, right? If you want a dog, get your own dog, man.
No, were they? No, no, they weren't. They were the ones that owned the house. Had a funky dog that would come over and try to like beat my dog up. It was a little male, like looked like the dirty. I don't know, one of those little white curly haired dogs, but just
Classic.
I don't know. It was so annoying, and it was their house, but these strangers just then later on they came and complained to my mother saying that their dog entered their house, my dog, and she messed up lots of stuff. Dogs don't go into other
Yeah,
people's
right. That is
houses.
yeah the most bullshit story ever.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know. You don't leave your door open in the summer. There's bugs. It's just, it was such a funky story. My mom said that she was just like, okay, we won't let it happen again.
Yeah, right. Like, trust me, that's never gonna happen. Quote unquote again.
Except we did have another. Well, I mean, this wasn't as bad. I mean, I don't like cats that much, but I like my last cat I owned, and she was taken in by my neighbor a couple 100 feet down the street. This old woman who thinks you can feed other people's animals and it's okay. No, that's how they come back.
Right.
And when you do that every day, they will continue to eat your food. And
Yeah,
she renamed my cat from Dunstein to Smokey. And I was so mad.
she renamed. That's definitely crossing a line.
Went up to my mom, she's taking a walk. She's like, "Did Smokey do this when she was, with you?" And we're like, my mom didn't say crap. Like, she didn't say, okay, give her back now. I was so upset. But we just didn't want to upset probably a crazy old lady.
Yeah, she could have really thought that was the cat's name. Maybe right. She was
Hmm.
delusional or whatever that's called.
Definitely
Demen-
wasn't a Smokey.
dimensional, experiencing dementia,
Dementia.
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 When
She
you
was
have
in another
when you have
dementia.
dementia, you're
Dementia.
dementia.
Now, now you're screwing me up. That's dementia and a dimension when you're in another dimension, like those sci-fi movies.
Yeah, not to mention an alternate dimension.
Right.
Um,
The lady could have been living in, or thought so, with her dementia.
oh shit, this is getting crazy. This is getting crazier than the virtual reality entertainment system and the Apple car. Shit is so crazy. Would you let robot Jesus take the wheel? Would
Robot
you
Jesus?
any
Depends
would
on
you
its
ride any
maker.
self would you ride any self-driving car yet or ever?
Ooh. I don't know. Because I don't know. I'd have a hard time. Yeah, I would. I was voted worst driver in high school, so what the heck? Anybody may be better than me.
Well,
We've totaled
art
a lot of cars. Not all
it's
my fault, though.
it's not anybody, though, it's an artificial intelligence.
Well, I would trust that artificial intelligence. If Elon Musk made it, then I would, yeah.
Alright, maybe go with a Tesla first. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel like
Apple.
Teslas have had some more, testing.
Test, yes.
The Apple car is fresh, ripe, brand new freaking patent. They're like, "You aren't even gonna look at the real world while you're in our car. You guys are gonna be going from stuck in your home looking to screens we made to getting into a car we made looking at another screen we made."
And it could be rotten for all we know. That was a bad joke. Never
Hell
mind.
yeah. And you're only going to a virtual meeting anyway, so you're not even gonna get out of your car. You're just gonna drive around and attend your virtual meeting in your little magic carpet Apple car with anti-motion sickness technology.
The people that need it are not gonna be able to be having headsets on and looking at different mirrors and
I feel fucking nauseous just, like, thinking about it, like, the idea
mhm.
of being in, a moving thing where all you see is screens all around you, and it's all, like, dark. It sounds like a really bad,
Tree.
like, ride. A really a really claustrophobic Disney ride.
Exactly.
Steve Jobs take the wheel. One of the inventions that Steve Jobs was maybe fortunate to not live to see, where we turn every fucking object in our house and life into a Apple product. Uh, and it began with our phone, then our watch, then our car.
What do you think will be next?
um,
I mean, a car is a big thing. Like, house?
yeah, the Apple house. We just buy, you just buy the whole house.
Apple trailer, maybe?
I can
Starts.
see kitchen appliances, an Apple blender, Apple
The
Apple
Apple series.
yeah, I can
Come
see
get it at Macy's.
refrigerator. Apple refrigerator is coming very soon. They can't stay away from that. Like, you see what's on the inside of your fridge, like on the screen on the outside.
Mhm.
You like click that shit.
And the temperature and the lighting. Check it all from the outside.
Yeah, you know the fucking Apple CEO is just fantasizing about that shit.
And then its battery dies and all your food goes rotten and your
Oh,
meat. That would be, ooh, not good.
yeah, you gotta get a new fridge every fucking Apple, man. They got us trapped in because they're so trendy, so fucking cool. Think different. Think different, my ass hopping on this self-driving bandwagon.
Mhm.
What else we got to talk about? Dave Chappelle's, s- I was gonna say stabber. That's kind of a spoiler. Dave Chappelle's attacker. Dave Chappelle's tackler. The dude who tried to tackle Dave Chappelle. Now charged with attempted murder in a December stabbing. Mind blown emoji. The man who attacked comedian Dave Chappelle at the Hollywood Bowl is now charged with attempted murder for allegedly stabbing his roommate back in December.
Oh, so he had prior offenses. Oh, he was.
Yeah, but they found him because he got so famous at the Hollywood Bowl. At the Netflix as a joke, he, made himself a headliner, and,
Oh, he looks
he
like
became
he.
famous. A little too famous for his own good, if you will, because he, didn't necessarily have nothing to hide, I
Apparently,
guess.
did you see a picture of him?
Yeah, I was on the, Netflix's Most Wanted poster. Yeah, I did see a video, a little court video. Isaiah Lee, 24, faces 1 count of attempted murder. The district attorney's office announced Thursday. Dude, I mean,
Hmm.
he tried to stab his roommate, accused of stabbing, or he tried to, maybe he did stab him, but he didn't kill him. It was not a fatal stabbing.
No.
I mean, Dave Chappelle is
Yeah.
lucky that this fucking maniac just tried to tackle him, just went to play a little football off the cuff, a little little street ball.
Mhm.
This dude is like the stupidest criminal ever, though, because if you're wanted for stabbing someone, you should probably not hop on stage and try to assault a famous comedian on like fucking anywhere, really. Let alone at the fucking Netflix comedy show, though. I don't even know, most like public thing ever.
What was his prerogative in stabbing Dave Chappelle?
I don't know. I mean, he did not stab Dave Chappelle, unfortunately.
Oh, he just got attacked. I'm sorry.
Tackle. Yeah, not sure. This is not a. This is clearly not a normal person. This is not normal people behavior. Tackling comedians, stabbing your roommate. This is unhinged behavior. So goes to
For
show,
sure.
uh, tackling comedians while they're performing, especially, that's a no go.
Mhm.
That's unhinged behavior. People who do that, the type of people who stab their roommate, that's on that similar level of fucking insanity. So people say, "Are comedians gonna be fucking attacked now?" Let's hope not.
I don't know. I definitely can't have fear or it's gonna kill comedy because I like Dave Chappelle. He's not one to hold back his his opinion where most are hesitant to go certain places. Or
Yeah.
some people just don't understand. I think sometimes the comedian will be over people's heads and yeah.
Yeah, he's gotta be fearless now. He's literally been charged while performing, so I don't fucking know. It's like that's sort of like the scariest thing that can happen. Like, bring it on at that point. Like, fuck it. They're clearly fucking pissed.
I
Uh,
do think security needs to be stepped up regardless to this even happening, I think. It's just proof that comedians in general, really, need to be extra protected. Unfortunately, because people get sensitive, um, very quickly at the drop of a hat. The
Yeah.
last show I was at, people were very vocal and it was a big theater, and they were not afraid. It's like a fancy theater, like maybe 2,000 people. And the guy I was seeing on stage he's much like Dave Chappelle, and he will say whatever he wants, but for a reason. And he's always got a very adequate reason for it. And that's why I like him. I agree with what he was saying, but he was saying stuff in sarcasm plus truth. It was like a little mix and match, like someone who can't handle hearing any word related to this. And it had to do with race, and uh, it made two ladies get up, I saw, and leave, and then a man shouted one side of me, got like stood up and did some profanity. Another one stood up, did some profanity on the other side, another section. And then I stood up, and then I just said, "Shut up. You're so..." But I thought they were being rude to him, and then it was all good. He could continue. He like squatted down and looked out, and he was just like, "Okay, okay, you done? Okay." And then he
Yeah.
just continued.
It's the Wild
Yeah.
West at comedy shows. It's anarchic, sort of. It's like fucking people are yelling at each other. Who's gonna fucking put who in their place? Like, unless you get kicked out of the club.
I would be scared to go to a show that had. No, I did go to one with, like, you had to buy beverages and stuff, but it was a small venue, Helium in Philly. And I don't know, that doesn't seem like a place that people would go to shoot up the place. Or,
There
get
was laughter.
violent. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, Netflix is a joke. Netflix security was a joke. When I went to a couple of shows at the festival after that had happened, and security was literally doing a bit of guarding the stage. It had become a joke. It had been, you know,
That's reassuring.
guarding the stage because someone could like get fucking tackled or some shit, or yeah, I don't even know, dude. Comedians are making jokes about it.
We're gonna have to brush up on our like jujitsu skills before ever taking stage now. I mean,
Oh
God
yeah.
help us.
I got my jujitsu, my JEW jitsu on lock.
Actually, I don't know jujitsu or do it, but I would. I just I have a love of Muay Thai, so if I am good that day and on my feet, but really, they come out of nowhere. If you saw how they came at him, man, you're kind of like, no, you need those ground skills. So maybe I should
Yeah.
take lessons.
Yeah, it's true. It would be no match for my Jewish jitsu. All right. Let's go to the next. Let's go to Pete Davidson, Kate McKinnon, among those leaving SNL. Kate McKinnon, 80 Bryant, and Kyle Mooney will also sign off when season 47 comes to a close.
I can
Man,
see Kate.
47 seasons. That's a lot of seasons.
Yeah, I just remember when it was 25. I had my best friend recorded it because my all-time favorite, I don't know, I guess you could say celebrity idol. I don't even keep up on this stuff. The only reason I did was to be in the know of what's going on with comedians now. And anyway, so like I love Sylvester Stallone, and he was the 25th anniversary of Saturday Night Live. I was in middle school, I remember.
He
She
was hosting.
Yep,
Yeah, and
and,
there's not a regular cast member, Sylvester Stallone. He
it
started
was
in
a good
comedy,
one, though.
then
Oh,
he started as a total goofball comedian,
dude, he is really
realized he could get
funny.
jacked. He got jacked and started Rambo, Rocky, went in a
They
different
the
direction.
the opening had it,
That's
what's
what
his
Pete
face?
Davidson's gonna do. Pete Davidson is gonna go in the Sylvester Stallone direction. Just get jacked, do action movies.
Yeah, and no, he'll be the last Rocky, and he'll die finally. Cause every Rocky was he had planned for him to die, but then he just couldn't do it. I'm sorry, I'm, like, spewing Rocky, trivia
Starring
now, I'll
Pete
stop, but
Davidson as Rocky Balboa. Um,
frail, old and frail.
yeah, well, this is good. Pete Davidson will have more time to get Kim Kardashian tattooed all over his body. Get all her children tattooed on his body.
How many does she
Further,
have, baby?
I don't know. Every time I check TMZ, there's another article. Pete Davidson tattoos Kim Kardashian's aunt's name on his face.
What name on his face?
Kim Kardashian's aunt.
Oh my goodness.
He did all of her children. He did her own name.
Whoa. I'd
Uh,
say that's getting
he's,
serious,
he's
but
getting
it's
Chris
kinda like
Jenner just tatted all across his back, a huge back piece that says Chris Jenner. That one's
maybe
gonna be
he's an
kind of fire.
accident. Oh, Kris Jenner's ugh, ugh.
He's gonna get Bruce Jenner's face tattooed on, or no, sorry, Caitlyn Jenner's face tattooed on his butt. I
Nuh-uh.
heard that on TMC. It
That's
was
ridiculous.
I think paparazzi got a picture of it.
Ugh. Maybe he's running out of room on his body, like, he had too many already from
Yeah.
Ariana Grande. I don't know, I'm just guessing.
Right. He had the Ariana Grande bunny mask like behind his ear or whatever, and
That was so
did he
girly
change,
looking.
did he change it to a Playboy bunny? I forget.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's what it was changed to. I forget what it looked like beforehand.
Or
Or
that
the
was such an easy
transformation.
fix. You may wonder, what is Pete Davidson doing after SNL? Is he just gonna retire and live off Kim's money? Sounds possible. Sounds like it would work.
I think he'll try stand up and not do that great. He'll run out of material because he's around a bunch of women all the time.
What are you
And
saying? Women are funny.
no, as in Kim Kardashian and his sisters, and then they'll have the effect similar to the way they had the effect. I think they turned, um, a very masculine man in our history for sports, into a woman. If they could do that, I mean, this little twerp Pete,
Oh shit!
you know, what's gonna happen to
Yeah,
him? He's
yeah.
already putting them
Aren't the
on the
Kardashians notorious for like? Yeah, what is this thing? Who's the sports star you're talking about?
Caitlyn Jenner. Sh uh, he was, like, the first and only ever person to win everything in the what's the 10 parts of I didn't have field and track at my school because I went to a crappy school, but there's the
Yeah,
10
the triathlon, decathlon, whatever the
yeah,
fuck come on.
decathlon. He won that. I don't know if it was like a record or I guess a record he had set for winning it. So a lot of people looked up to him as their sports idol, and
Sure, sure. Or
that was
her, him at the time.
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they are so fucking like superficial and crazy that uh I don't know, that maybe that is why Kanye West went a little crazy. Uh
Oh, I know it is. It had to been. I was worried about him from the start. You know, like because he had already issues, mental issues. Um, Not to say that almost everybody does, but uh, being around them doesn't help. And then having seen what happened to Jenner is just like, oh. And like myself, I could see myself getting all back into like all into makeup and girly stuff, and because of their effect. And they probably talk about makeup and hair 24/7 and painting their toes and getting manicures and stuff and fashion. It probably just rubbed off on him, and he was like, yeah, I like this stuff.
yeah. Well, he does have plans. Something is on the docket. He's doing a TV series. Um, the comedian, blah 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 blah. Introduce his new Peacock comedy, Bupkis. The series, inspired by his life, is executive produced by Lorne Michaels and the SNL Masterminds, NBC Universal based Broadway video. He's doing a series. He's got his own show. He's fucking too famous for SNL now. Uh, he carries fucking national news headlines like all the time. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live is irrelevant compared to Pete Davidson. Um, but I feel the need to talk about this. I think because
My
Saturday Night
computer.
Live is a comedic institution
I
like
always forget
LOL
he was
Comedy
a
Club.
person on there though. Like he he's funny, but I when I would watch it once in a blue moon anymore, he was not the star. He was not the shining star, and I would forget he was even on there until I saw his face appear, and it was usually just playing the same type of character, you know.
Yeah, he would either play himself or the character that was just like, "Oh, cool," or
He could
whatever
do
he would
that
always say.
for a while until he looks too old or something. I don't know. But he was not the star of, one of the shining lights, in my opinion.
He was not your fave. Yeah, at
I
least
would say Kate McKinnon, and yeah, always. And then I like that dark hair girl, but I didn't watch it much. I don't even know what her name is.
Kate McKinnon was always winning Emmys for SNL. I think she was probably like, "All right, I won enough Emmys,
I
at
was gonna
least
say
on SNL. Let's see what else we got." All right, well, we'll see how this Peacock show does because on one hand, Pete is super famous. On the other hand, I don't know who watches Peacock. So we'll see who watches Bupkis. Bupkis. It's Yiddish for like worthless piece of shit. It's a going to be about his own real life or semi real life. It's going to supposed to be like a heightened version of his real life. I don't know how much more heightened this dude's life can get though. He's dating Kim Kardashian. Jeff Bezos invited him to go to space.
He did.
Kanye West is like out for his life. I don't know what like
What is he
more
aspiring
drama you
to?
could heighten it to.
He needs to set a goal. He's gonna be out on the streets soon.
You don't think making a TV series, or maybe, yeah, I don't know. The
I
character in
don't
the TV
know.
series needs to go at least.
I don't watch
Needs an
Peacock. I don't have
objective.
Peacock.
He
I
needs
wouldn't
a
even try a Peacock.
he needs a stronger objective just in life. Maybe he joined SNL at the age of 20. He fucking got that shit so young. That's crazy. 20. He was the youngest one so far, I'm pretty sure. Youngest
I've
cast
heard
member so
that,
far.
but really? I mean, I guess I know they always go for the younger, the more so.
Yeah, right. At least recently, I feel like back in like the, I don't know, golden era of SNL or whatever. I feel like people might say, I don't know if that's what people say, but like old SNL. I feel like the cast was kind of like old.
Yeah, I just
I
always
don't
hear
want
it
to
as
call
when it was
I don't
good.
want to call
I'm
specific people old,
sorry.
but
But when it was good, even when I first watched it, it was like Will Ferrell, Sherry O'Terry, Norm Macdonald,
yeah, like
Daryl
Norm
Hannah,
Macdonald, Daryl Hammond, Will Ferrell. Those were like grown grown men.
Jim Brewer, although he only did like a year and a half. Uh, but he's like the best stand up. I love that dude. He's
Yeah.
really nice, actually. You want to hear a funny story? He was in that little tribute I did to Sylvester Stallone, and it was the opening of his monologue, and he came out as Mickey, and he came out as another person from Rocky, and I put at Jim Brewer, not even thinking. I was like, he's not gonna have an account, and yes, he did. And he looked at it, and I saw it. I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Brewer. I didn't realize. I was just putting this up uh for fun. It was my favorite episode." And then I said I watch your stand up all the time online. Probably 500,000 times I've seen your what's it called, the Ari Shafir thing. Oh gosh, the storytelling show. Why can't I think?
Wait,
Anyway,
Shakir's podcast or
no, he didn't. It didn't last long, but he had the best one. Like, what's his face? Theo was on it. Joe Rogan, a couple of different comedians. Oh, Mary. That was the first time I saw the one people say I remind them of Mary, the girl you interviewed. Am I saying it wrong? Would be Bag Mary.
oh, Maria Bamford.
Yeah, she was on. She was pretty good. Um, yeah, and this is not happening. That's what it's called. If you haven't seen it, people look it up on YouTube. It's funny. The funniest one though is Jim Brewer, and I have watched it hundreds of times because it is so funny, and it's a very true story. I was gonna say the famous line from it, and instead he types it in right away. He goes, "You'll have to watch it to understand." He goes, "Long live paint." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, he just read my mind." So that was my interaction with him.
Oh, that's what's up. Well, I gotta check that out, I guess. And I mean, check that out. whoever wants to check out The King of Staten Island, the series, also known as working title Bupkis, check that out. Everyone wishes they were Larry David. Everyone wants to have a show about their own life.
I don't.
I do.
Yeah, I think I kind of welcome Binx.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, I would take a show about my life, a heightened version.
Yeah, maybe
Uh,
a heightened version. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Pete Davidson doesn't need his life to be heightened. That shit needs to be uh like lessened. I think he needs a weight taken off. He needs a fucking vacation so he can stop getting hunted by Kanye West, and I don't even
Mhm.
know. Maybe that's why
Maybe
he
I would.
maybe that's why he's
I
leaving
don't.
SNL right now. He's too famous for SNL. We're past this.
People have always told me I had to write a book, but I don't like writing long forms of things, you know. Like I love writing sketches for like short comedy things, but not in English, writing papers, art
Yeah,
history,
the
blow my head off.
whole book seems a little daunting.
Yeah, I would just it would definitely be an biography,
You
and
get
I
a
would let somebody do it.
ghostwriter, yeah. Just tell
Yeah.
someone about your life and say, do your worst. All right, well, last thing we got to talk about the She-Hulk trailer. Has anyone seen it?
No.
I've seen the photographs, and she looks like she loves Pilates.
She does. She looks like she's in the Pilates gym a lot.
I'm actually playing the She-Hulk, clearly.
Yeah, you guys check out the trailer featuring Binks. Binks, that is Binks' baby as She-Hulk. But this article from Cosmic Book News says She-Hulk trailer nearly breaks record because of how bad it is. They got fucking roasted by this article.
Well,
Marvel CEOs are fucking
she really put
upset.
on muscle or
Fans
how.
are voicing their astonishment and disappointment over how bad a job Marvel did with the design. It's so silly. I find this just like endlessly hilarious. Not the fact that they did She Hulk, a female Hulk, but I think they fucked up. I think they fucked it up really bad. She does look like the Jolly Green Giant's Pilates partner.
Yeah, the picture I'm looking at now, definitely. It looks like his wife, maybe. Or at least a
Um,
working out buddy. No, sister, maybe. I don't know.
uh, I think Shrek was trending on Twitter as well as the
I
as the trailer released. A lot of people were reminded of the CGI from Shrek, the Shrek franchise.
I I think the She-Hulk is trying to take away from Princess Fiona, and I'm not sure if that should be allowed.
Yeah, Princess Fiona sort of has the market cornered on bad green bitches.
Yeah, she turned green and bitchy like.
That
Happened there.
transformation, right? They both undergo a transformation of sorts into a Hulk or ogre. The parallels here are fucking fascinating. She looks like Fiona from Shrek's older sister.
I just spit out my coffee.
I think she's upset because her younger sister got married first.
I think
Um,
so, and then she took her rage out in the gym and put on all this muscle and got some anger in her.
I think I'm just glad we know that superheroes now have to be identified with their pronoun, their proper pronoun, uh, before their superhero name, just so we know how they identify. I think we
Oh, you're
have to revise the Hulk and make him he Hulk now.
no, come on. You know, yesterday I finally figured out how to get that off of my LinkedIn profile. I thought it was like an obligation to have next to your name, and finally I got it off because someone made a comment. They were like, like so knew I would never do that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, people, but I would not, because I want to be known by my presence, and how I speak and look, and not have to be confused, by
Yeah,
that.
they're like, "Who is she? Her?" You're like, "It's Alyssa, bitch." I get you. I think the same way. Yeah, I feel like
It's like that
you get a
song, it's Britney, bitch.
if you get a pronoun right next to your name, you're like, it's a target for sexism right next to your name, right? People are just gonna
Yeah.
identify you with everything they fucking hate about the opposite gender or the same gender or whatever.
It's putting you into a category when we should all just be equal and love each other and be like different and unique, whereas not put into a group, a group we should know we belong to, or at least our sex group that we were born as. But yeah.
Well, hopefully the female Hulk identifies and wants to be identified as She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, she doesn't have a problem with the pronoun thing, yeah. So She-Hulk's got it taken care of already. But for the rest of it,
She does exist inside the cinematic universe, though. I'm not sure she's checking that gender box herself.
I don't know. Her muscle wanting, or I don't know what happened to her, but I don't know the story, honestly. But she seems to be enjoying herself in bodybuilding poses and whatnot on here.
Yeah,
Is she related to the Hulk, or are they just like, we know she's related to Princess Fifi, but is she related to the Hulk?
right. Let's see.
So is Shrek's like brother-in-law the Hulk?
I'm completing the family tree in my mind as we
I was
speak,
thinking, no.
but yo, I don't know
It's
the real Hulk or the original Hulk, the original cis male Hulk, he Hulk is in the trailer as well, and he's like, I mean, how do we know he's he? Has he referred to himself as he? I guess he goes by the name Bruce. That was Caitlyn's masculine male gender name, so maybe he is a he. Perhaps Hulk is he Hulk, and I don't need to drag my feet so fucking hard, but
Well, we're not taking it seriously on the web.
I just think we should have consistency. You know, we should have he Spider-Man and he Batman,
Mhm.
she she Miss Marvel, she Wonder Woman.
Maybe if we do that enough on a daily basis in our speech, people will be like, okay, we get it. It's enough. Okay.
We get it. Yeah, like please, I get it. She Wonder Woman. Yeah.
You're right. It is a bunch of
But
nonsense.
all right, well, the CGI is getting compared to a combination of The Sims and Shrek. Apparently, the Marvel, I don't know, powerful people at Marvel, the CEOs. What do you call them? The Marvel Studios, people in power.
Marvel, FX.
Executives. I think that's probably the word I was looking for. The fucking executives, who call the shots, the shot callers. The Marvel shot callers said she was too jacked originally, and she needed to look more smaller.
Yeah, I see from that one, she had a shot coming out of a limo, and she picked the wrong dress. It was just not. It showed she
How can she wear a fucking like sundress like that when she's the Hulk? How does she not rip out of that shit? The Hulk rips out of all his clothes.
She's classy. She's wearing couture sundresses. They were made for her, clearly. She doesn't want to fuck it up. She doesn't want to ruin her couture pieces.
She's showing some restraint for the sake of fashion, so she doesn't have a wardrobe malfunction. That's the thing. If she really she hulked, she would be topless. This would be She-Hulk gone wild.
Well, if you
This would
just
be
make the
X-rated. This would be an X-rated cartoon.
I think it already is.
This would look like some of that freaking like Family Guy porn you see. More like Simpsons porn. It looked like She-Hulk porn, really. Shrek porn. But yeah, people say Josh Brolin's character Thanos in Avengers, Infinity War, etc. looked like realistic as shit, whereas Tatiana Maslany in She-Hulk looks not as highly rendered, so to speak, not as finely rendered. A little like one of those early 2000s Shrek films. But I guess that's because they kept revising this shit. The executives kept saying, we want more bikini competitor, less hulking She-Hulk. Less She-Hulk, more bikini competition.
I agree. I think this woman had her one foot in the prep just because of I've been around this and more so for the sales and as a personal trainer, but as a bikini type figure, and then the people would train to look like that, but she's even on the next level. So there's bikini, then there's figure, then there's physique, and she's on the physique level where it's like pushing it. And although people I knew that did physique had a history of steroid use because they had big jaws and low voices.
What if the She-Hulk doesn't even work out though? Like, what if she's just like a natural born icon? There's a lot to think about.
Yeah, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's
she's Maybelline.
maybe it's something like done in a lab by Bruce Banner or whatever. I'm not sure what the real origin story is still, or what that if they're fucking, if they're siblings, the He-Hulk and the She-Hulk, if they are just co-workers. I think they might just be co-workers.
Maybe, yeah.
You gotta watch the trailer. I think it's pretty obvious in the trailer, but I don't know. I'm looking at this photo of her, a screenshot of her like carrying this man. Her body type does look kind of like unattainable,
The front
competing,
does. The back,
like
not so
competing
much.
bodybuilder body type,
Uh-huh.
whereas the Hulk is absolutely unachievable.
Yeah, that stuff was just CMI all the way. CGI. Shows how
She,
much I know.
she's maybe not a natural bodybuilder, but on steroids, an achievable body using steroids, which makes this movie about steroids and
It's
don't
not
do
good.
steroids because they affect your body in all kinds of ways.
It not only grows other body parts you don't want of the opposite sex, lowers your voice, makes your jaw big, it turns your skin green.
Doesn't it give you a lot of body hair too?
I guess so, but I think that's like the least of their concerns. When you see something growing.
You guys remember that scene from Dodgeball when the girl on one dodgeball team gets in trouble for using some drug and
Yes,
she
yeah.
used beaver hormones
And didn't she have a
or something?
unibrow? I have a unibrow, so I
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
but
He's such a joke.
She was an exquisite beauty.
I get
But she was using performance enhancing drugs, so that was um, reprehensible. But yeah, I don't know, you guys. She-Hulk, check it out. She looks like the Wicked Witch of the West on steroids. I'll be watching. I think it's worth a watch.
I'll watch it if
Because
they keep her in that not CGI form, because I want to see
wanna
this
go.
girl in her natural state, if you know what
I
I
don't
mean.
really want to see the movie, but I do want to go to the movie premiere. So there's that.
yeah, I will be attending the premiere on the green carpet in my LOL Comedy Club merch. And everyone will say, wow, did he plan that? And I'll say, no, it's Maybelline. Or I'll say, no, I'm born with it. My
Maybe it's
pronouns are he,
Maybelline.
him.
On that note, I discovered Maybelline Cosmetics is an awful cosmetics line because after using luxury makeup for so very many years since I've worked in the industry and was given it for free, I finally began running out just now. And I want to save some money, so I saw a color that was like a base color I want always use. And like, why not try? And it's worse than Bobby Brown is like a big scam. If you ever want to talk about that, I'll let you know why.
Wait,
But
Alyssa, if you need affordable like foundation, you should try Wet n Wild. It's literally $6 and it's comparable to Lancome.
really,
Yep.
I never used Lancome's, but I'll definitely check it out. I just
Oh
want
shit, this is
something to
turning into
moisturize it. I'm sorry,
beauty
but my point
tutorial.
is like I like rub it and like it's just dust that disappears. It's horrendous. So
All you
I
need
just
is a
wanted to say
little
that.
I wonder
faith
what
and
brand
trust.
the She-Hulk wears. Probably like Manic Panic makeup.
I don't know. I know they always makeup artists like myself. I have at least 5 different brands going on. Always because you like one thing from one thing from another. Never stick
She
to
gets
this
that
one.
Wicked Witch green from Party City. I wonder if she finds it offensive that the only foundation that suits her is out of a witch packaging.
True.
She is an attorney in the series.
Isn't the Hulk an attorney too?
Is he also? Are they all just fucking attorneys who get
Maybe
so
I just
stressed
read
out
it.
at work? They get so fucking angry at their job that they turn into Shrek. I mean, I get that she's an attorney because women can be lawyers.
And she's turning into something
She's a
strange.
turning. Oh, she's a turning green. Um, it is quite a coincidence that she would be such a powerful woman.
It's a coincidence.
It's a coincidence that she is a very powerful woman in society who also becomes very physically powerful and green in hue. It's
Mm-hmm.
almost like they wrote this shit. It seems a little scripted, but I'll go with it, I guess. I'll see it to prove that I will see a movie with a female protagonist, even if it is shitty CGI.
I don't know. I always wanted to act in a movie and be like like an action movie heroine, but not ridiculous like the Marvel stuff. But I don't know.
Not
Like
turned into a CGI caricature.
I would
yeah,
I
like a
would
lot of
gladly I
Tomb
would,
Raider stuff. That kind of crap, you know.
I would gladly take any role in any movie. So
Just saying on record.
just saying on
If you're
record.
listening, Marvel executives, shot callers, those Marvel
I
And
shot
can
everybody,
play
callers.
anyone. I love wigs. Let me know.
any hair color, any style, I'll do.
The Marvel executives were like, realistically, how large can we make her biceps while keeping her at a 30-inch waist?
I literally think I look like my body looks like the She-Hulk's after a week of Pilates. So
Yeah, when Binx comes home after Pilates class, she flexes like She-Hulk.
I literally say, "Look, I'm ripped," and Spencer's usually like, "No."
I think you'll have to
Yeah, I'm like,
do like
where's the
a
green hue? Why aren't you turning
I think that
green?
hits on week 2. So tomorrow I'll come home green and green body paint or something.
Yeah, you guys, Binks was Fiona from Shrek for Halloween a couple of years ago. Something tells me She-Hulk could be in her future.
It's coming Halloween 2022.
The revenge of the green body paint.
yeah. That would be fun to be a heroine, you know, for Halloween.
Yeah, I wonder if she had to wear the green makeup while they were filming, or if they were just like, "Nah, we'll do it in post," or if they changed fucking everything, but they still made her sit in a makeup chair for like 8 hours a day.
Okay, I'm no makeup artist, but putting green body paint on and contouring took literally like 8 minutes. So if it's taking 8 hours, they can hire me to do the makeup. So Marvel people, if you're listening, I can act and do makeup.
Damn, there you go. All
I'm
right,
sure it's
well,
not good for you though. I mean, I'd be like, is that gonna kill me and give me cancer? Like the Tin
yeah,
Man? I don't know.
yeah, yeah. The Tin Man actor in the Wizard of Oz movie, he got sick from his body paint, right?
Yeah, like they went overboard or had one too many rehearsals in full costume, you know.
That was
Yeah,
also like 1900 though. So I feel like now there's like more appropriate body paint.
Yeah,
yeah.
hopefully.
I imagine being She-Hulk will give you a pretty distorted vision of your own real human body after being fucking mutilated so much by these animators. But hopefully not. Hopefully she realizes these animators are trying to do some crazy shit. They're doing too much.
Well, we'll know if it was natural in quotations in a year or so when if her voice changes and her jawline gets more defined, you know.
Wait, what?
No, I'm still wondering about the steroids because, like I said, in that one picture I saw, she's definitely physique, able to, compete if she were to. And at that level, they're using steroids. Sometimes, I don't know. I hate saying that, but yeah. So
Yeah, and I'm not sure what else we got to say. She-Hulk brought to you by LOL Comedy Club Green. It's the coolest color, green. Everyone wants to dye themselves this color.
it will be the Pantone color of 2022. If it hasn't already picked one, it'll be
Yeah.
2023's Pantone color. So
That's
start
big
buying
bucks.
your green.
We're on trend, if you will.
Uh-huh.
All right. Alyssa, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Binx. This has been a fabulous conversation.
Yeah, I learned a lot about security and what I have to look forward to in the future.
Yeah, like Apple's car. We can go see She-Hulk or watch Pete Davidson's worthless piece of shit show. Yeah, lots of good news.
Yeah, Pete Davidson. Okay, go hide for a bit. We need a new limelight person to talk about.
We'll see who is cast on SNL next. We'll be missing McKinnon, Bryant, and Mooney, and Davidson, and
What? That's like
who's
two
staying tuned?
girls. Two girls. Rest guys.
Two girls, two guys. Let's see. Kate, 80, Pete, and Kyle. They've all been there for a while. Kyle Mooney has done some great shit. 80 Bryan has done some great shit. Kate McKinnon has done some great shit. Great and fucking award winning. Why does Kate McKinnon seem like the only one on SNL that's like racking up Emmys? Like, are any of the other cast members even winning Emmys? Like, Kate
I
McKinnon
don't watch
racks
it
them.
enough, but she
It's
kills
crazy.
everything she does, and then she got to do Hillary Clinton so much,
Yeah, that's true. I think Alec Baldwin might have got an Emmy for doing Trump. And then he shot someone. All right. Thank you, Alyssa, again. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Check out comedyclublol.com for merch and all podcast information. Your heart and funny bone desire, man. Peace.